You will be shocked to know that Angel Hernandez finished the 2023 regular season as the lowest rated umpire in baseball. Yeah, let's find out why he deserves to be canceled from the MLB. Hernandez is one of the most infamous umpires in recent history, and it hasn't been good. In the past 2 seasons, he's been in the news for 2 major blow-ups, including the most recent one where Bryce Harper flipped on Hernandez, got ejected, and threw his helmet into the crowd. But last season, Kyle Schwarber also lost his cool with Hernandez after he continued to make bad calls. It's amazing how technology nowadays is now available to show the scale of how bad umpires really are, and they are bad. But the worst one, according to the umpire auditor, is by far Angel Hernandez. Umpire Auditor, which tracks missed calls in each game throughout the season, reported that Angel Hernandez racked up 161 bad calls in 10 games this season. Alongside their announcement that Hernandez had the worst season of any umpire in the league, Umpire Auditor attached a thread of his worst moments of the year. Umpire Auditor wrote on X, Angel Hernandez finished the regular season as the lowest rated umpire, minimum 10 games. He didn't get his start until August due to back injury, but he racked up 161 bad calls in 10 games, including the lowest rated game. His season may be over, but may our memories live on. This is how MLB fans on Twitter reacted to the news on 3rd October 2023. It's embarrassing that MLB cannot get rid of Angel Hernandez. The only thing they can do is make sure the only way he gets into a playoff game is through buying a ticket. Joe H. Dude only worked 2 months and he is still the worst. Impressive. Ryan Steig. Imagine the lack of self-awareness to sue MLB in 2017 for being overlooked for World Series games and crew chief promotions by Angel Hernandez. The MLB needs to call their bottom performance yearly. AAA needs umpires, and some junior umps get a chance to get called up. Brett H. He made up for the time he missed. Jason Degger. Some other comments that flooded the social network X include username Codify Baseball sarcastically wrote on X that Angel Hernandez had the lowest single-game accuracy rate calling balls and strikes of any MLB umpire in the last 5 years, and this is not even a joke. Another user, John Boy Media, wrote on X that Angel Hernandez was the lowest rated umpire in MLB during the regular season, which couldn't be less surprising. Other comments were really funny and hilarious. One user wrote that Hernandez should consider taking all these statistics about his worst performance and get felicitated for the same, while another user added that he's also the worst base umpire of all time and his work facts are more shocking. The 62-year-old Hernandez missed over half of the 2023 season due to back surgery, eventually going on a minor league rehab assignment in July to get readjusted to the game following his extended absence. Ironically, he created sensational headlines for his inconsistent and poor calls in AAA, as well as upon his return to the big leagues. Hernandez missed 15 calls in the game between the Miami Marlins and New York Yankees on August 12, 2023, and he hit a new low when he missed another 15 calls in the Pittsburgh Pirates' victory over the Washington Nationals on September 14, 2023. Based on strike zone call accuracy, Hernandez's performance that day was the worst by any MLB umpire in 5 years. Perhaps Hernandez's crowning achievement, however, came when he ejected Philadelphia Phillies first baseman Bryce Harper for arguing a critical check swing call on September 28, 2023. Hernandez apparently told Harper that he would know he was wrong to argue once he watched the replay, although the replay very clearly proved the slugger's frustrations to be warranted. None of this was new for Hernandez, who has long been criticized by fans, pundits, players, and managers alike. Hernandez's poor reputation has even led MLB to turn to other umpires when the games matter most, considering he has not worked the World Series since 2005. Hernandez filed a federal lawsuit against MLB in 2017, alleging racial discrimination was a factor in the lack of postseason opportunities. In the lawsuit, Hernandez said that MLB passed over him several times for the World Series despite his high marks on evaluations. He also claimed that he was made a temporary crew chief but was never allowed to become a permanent one. A United States district judge ruled in MLB's favor in 2021, and an appeals court once again refused to reinstate the case this August 2023. This was likely just him trying to get money after a previous lawsuit in which former umpire Ron Barnes sued the league for $20 million for age discrimination, but they later settled the case. It remains to be seen which games, if any, Hernandez will call in the 2023 MLB postseason. All fans can hope is that Hernandez decides to retire because the union will continue to protect him, as they should. But it's devastating to the fans and players who have to be at bat when he is the umpire. Let us take a glance at Hernandez's career highlights. Born on 26 August 1961, Angel Hernandez is a former Cuban-American umpire in the Major League Baseball (MLB). In the Florida State League, Hernandez started refereeing in 1981, earning $900 a month. As an alternative for a regular umpire in 1991, he received his first promotion to the major leagues. He worked in the National League from 1991 to 1999 and has worked throughout MLB since 2000 until September 29, 2023. Hernandez was behind the plate for the final game at the original Yankee Stadium on September 21, 2008. He was umpiring at third base when Jared Weaver threw a no-hitter on May 2, 2012, and was also the third base umpire on September 28, 2012 when Homer Bailey of the Cincinnati Reds no-hit the Pittsburgh Pirates. On May 18, 2021, Hernandez was the home plate umpire for Spencer Turnbull's no-hitter against the Seattle Mariners, the only time that he has been the home plate umpire for a no-hitter. He has not umpired in a World Series since the 2002 and 2005 championships. Hernandez has been involved in several controversial incidences and had been criticized by players, coaches, and fans throughout his career. Taking a glimpse at his early life, Hernandez was born in Havana, Cuba. He grew up in Florida and began umpiring Corey League baseball games as a teenager. His father directed the local league. Hernandez is a father of 2 daughters with his wife Maria. In 2015, Hernandez returned to Cuba for the first time since he left to spread the ashes of his father. A few months later, he returned to umpire the first game in the country involving an MLB team since 1999. Hernandez does charity work for disabled children, including hosting a celebrity golf tournament every year. He lives in Loxahatchee, Florida. In 2006 and 2011, he was listed as the 3rd worst baseball umpire in Sports Illustrated player polls. A 2010 ESPN survey showed that 22% of Major League ballplayers identified Hernandez as the worst umpire in the major leagues. In 2016, Hernandez's lawsuit against MLB stated that MLB rated Hernandez's accuracy behind the plate at 96.88% in 2016, up from 92.19% in 2002, and said he did not miss any calls on the base paths. During the 2016, 2017, and 2018 season, Hernandez's calls at first base were overturned in 14 out of 18 video reviews, for a 78% overturn rate, exceeding the 60% overturn rate for the first base calls by umpires during that time period. On April 8, 2019, Boston University published a study on 11 seasons of Major League Baseball data, almost 4 million pitched analyzed to determine the accuracy of balls and strikes called. The study found that Hernandez performed stronger in 2018 than his average for 2008 through 2018. He averaged 19 incorrect calls a game, a 2.2 per inning. Even with his high error rate compared to his peers, he performed better than others, escaping the 2018 bottom 10 MLB list. During spring training 2019, Hernandez claimed he got 4 wrong calls per game. The BU study shows that his error rate is almost 5 times higher. In 2020, after a dozen umpires elected to sit out the season as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, Hernandez was made an interim crew chief. The sporting news journalist Tom Gatto wrote in 2020 that Hernandez has earned a reputation for being one of MLB's worst umpires. Andrew Mahoney, writing for the Boston Globe, reported that Hernandez has a reputation as one of the baseball's worst umpires. Zach Braziller of the New York Post wrote that he was the worst umpire in baseball. In 2023, Hernandez worked a single game on April 3rd before suffering a back injury. He remained sidelined until July 31st. What do you think about Angel Hernandez's umpiring career? Share with us your views in the comments below. If you like watching this video, click on like and subscribe to our channel.